November is the month for you. November is where everything works out and you finally get to do everything that your heart desires. For some reason, November has always been my favorite month. I don't know if it's something about the weather or just the general energy. I feel like after May, November is the month that I've always felt called to, and I don't know if that has something to do with it being my birthday month, but no. November honestly has started off on such a positive note compared to however the past year has been, but it's honestly such a welcome shift. I really feel like there's less of a hindrance for me to do the things that I've always wanted to do, and I feel so supported. I feel so many things come in that I've always wanted to do, and it's like invitation after invitation after invitation of like, hello Tan, this is a sign for you to continue doing what it is that you want to do. What are you waiting for? Why have you stopped? Why are you second guessing yourself? Why are you hesitating? Just do it, right? And yeah, I feel like I'm doing more than I ever did before, and it feels great to do these things as well. It feels like I'm stepping more into myself and who I am and what it is that I truly want to do, and that is the way that I want my life to go. I want me to take action, and I want to do the things that will fulfill me, do the things that make me happy, do the things that I have fun doing and that I enjoy. And for far too long I was doing things that I felt like I needed to do, or I should do, or I must do, that I stopped thinking about the things that I liked doing. And yeah, this is the month where everything works out. I feel it, really I do. It's the month where even your wildest dreams are just going to come true, just out of the blue. But it's not out of the blue. You've been planting these seeds a long time ago. You've been praying and hoping and wishing and manifesting and journaling and writing these things down, and maybe even working towards it in littler ways that other people couldn't have seen at the time. But yeah, it's time to embrace everything that life can have to offer for you. It's time to open up your heart and allow yourself to explore more of what life has to offer, because that is what life is about. It's not about staying holed up. The past year, honestly, I feel like I've been in a sort of a rut or a shell, or just something that was constricting me and not allowing me to completely express myself and put myself out there. I feel like the kind of shell that I went into, it was so constricted, and I didn't want to face the outside world. I didn't want to face the public because I didn't feel like I was ready to do that. Like, I felt inadequate in some ways. I felt like there might have been something wrong with me, or something that I'm doing wrong. I don't know what it was, but something about it just wasn't sitting right with me, and it caused me to shrink myself so small. Just so maybe it was a way of keeping myself safe when things weren't really going my way. A way of saying that, hey, a lot of things are sucking right now. I kind of don't want to take the risk and find out that there's more things that are messing up. So yeah, that's why it happened. And I always thought of myself as someone who was confident, but there were circumstances outside of me, specifically work, that took that away from me. It made me question everything about myself. It painted such a different light of myself out to the world that I felt like I had no control over. I had no control over my own narrative. I had no control over how other people saw me. And for someone who liked having that control constantly, it felt like the rug was being pulled underneath my feet, you know? rug was being pulled from under my feet. But after I took a short break, I sort of came to realize that yes, while I was confident, I think it was necessary for me to break down what my confidence was dependent on, right? I feel like most of my confidence was dependent on external sources of validation, and I was constantly seeking them out in whatever I did. I think in a way I told myself a different story about what the underlying foundation of that confidence was, but now that I reflect back on it, that definitely had something to do with it. So the breakdown was necessary. It was necessary so that I could build my confidence levels on something more internal, something that came from my heart, something that allowed me to express myself rather than doing things in hopes of receiving a certain type of reaction or praise. Which I quite honestly did. You know, these are things that are difficult to admit, but accepting them is the first step to change. And yeah, I feel like I'm past that now. I wanted to share something that happened last night. Not last night, the night before. I was sleeping over at my friend's house, and for some reason I couldn't fall asleep because I was so happy. And I know that sounds crazy, right? Like, I'm sure I've said this so many times that, oh, I couldn't fall asleep last night because I was crying all night, and it was like a common thing. And I've heard a lot of people say that too, but I couldn't fall asleep that night because I was too happy. I had a bad grin on my face, and I was just in bed thinking of all the good things that have happened to me recently and how happy I am that they happened, and how, again, thinking about this, that there was a time when I couldn't fall asleep because things were so hard, and that night I was just so happy. I'm so grateful for that feeling, really. I feel like the last time I would have experienced a feeling like that would have been for a school trip or for the first day of school or something like that, but nothing that's happened recently has left me in such a happy state that I couldn't fall asleep at all at night. So that was just something that I wanted to share, because during those nights where I couldn't fall asleep because I was crying, I would have never thought that there would be a night where I would be laughing myself to sleep. Honestly, it was really difficult for me to fall asleep. I think I slept a total of 2 to 4 hours, but yeah, I'm grateful. I wasn't even mad that I'm losing sleep over being happy. What? Said no one ever. But yeah, I just wanted to leave you with that November is an amazing month, but it's not just this month. It is whatever you make of it. I hope that you can love yourself enough to do something for yourself today, even if it's small, because the more you show yourself that you love yourself, the more you're able to build something for yourself, because you're doing it out of love.